Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on Amazonia by James Rollins. Rollins? I gotta go look up the name. It's Rollins. I don't know why I've been saying James Rollins the whole time, but it's James Rollins. So this is my second book by him that I've read. I read Jake Ransom and the Skull King's Shadow, which is his middle grade series, just the first book, and it was okay. It was like a 3.5 stars for me, but I decided to continue on and try to read one of his most well-known works. I think this is his most popular science fiction thriller book, and it's on a bunch of best science fiction standalone lists, stuff like that. That's how I found this book originally. And it's also Kayla from Bookadoodle's favorite author, so I was like, perfect, I'm just gonna read it. So if you don't like thrillers, you're not gonna like this book, because obviously it's a thriller, and it's very violent, and it's very just kind of grotesque and weird, and just, to me, awesome. Basically, the premise of this book is that this research team went into the Amazon rainforest looking for different plants and cures for diseases like cancer and stuff like that, but they went missing. No one knows where they were. They couldn't find them because their GPS had stopped working, and their last little bit that they got from the team was that they're coming, we can't hold off for very long, or something like that. So it's a very mysterious way that all these people ended up going missing, and you don't really know what happened to them. No one does. But at the beginning of the book, one of the members from that group that was searching the Amazon rainforest, one of the CIA people, ends up coming out of the rainforest to a random village, and he is just scarred, and his tongue is missing, and he's just really battered up, and he's sick, and he's dying, and he ends up dying in the village. But the really weird thing is that Agent Clark went into the rainforest missing an arm, and he came out of the rainforest with his arm. Like, it had grown back or something like that. So that's kind of where all the mystery goes, and then the whole story starts from there. The story follows one main character, really. His name is Nate Rand, or Nathan Rand, and he has been living in the rainforest for quite a while now, and his parents were a part of that expedition, and so he's been in the rainforest searching for his father in particular for years and years and years, trying to find out what's happened to him, or find out what went wrong, where he went missing, some type of sign of where his father has ended up. He just has hope that he'll someday figure out what has happened. Obviously, when Agent Clark shows up, a bunch of people are going to want to find out where the heck he came from and how he grew back his arm. And so another team is put together, including Nate, and they go back into the Amazon rainforest searching for clues of where this guy came from, and they're trying to track down what has happened and where these people are and how he grew back his arm. Two of the other really main characters are Kelly and Frank O'Brien. Kelly is a doctor, and Frank is, I think he's a part of this CIA group or something like that. He's a part of some governmental group, and so he's in charge of the whole expedition of trying to find what has happened with Agent Clark and where everyone else is. And it also kind of follows Kelly and Frank's parents. Their mother is a doctor, and she is the one that's doing the autopsy on Agent Clark and trying to figure out what's going on from the US. I really enjoyed this book. It was so good. I really like science. That was one of my favorite things that I took in high school. I took like tons of science in high school, and I also took a lot of science in college, but I really like botany, especially. I don't know why, but I really enjoyed reading about plants, and so there is a ton of science in this book, real science. Like, he researched it and it's true. But you don't really need to know about anything science-y to understand what's happening with those plants and everything like that. But it's just a really cool aspect of the book that you can learn a lot while reading it, while also being super entertained. I was talking to Kayla while I was reading this book, and she was telling me that her copy has a science versus fiction section in the back of the book. Mine didn't end up having it, but I think that's really interesting that he put a whole thing together of what was actually science and the things that were science fiction, how he came up with those things. So there are some creatures in this book, and they are not normal creatures that you come across every day. So it was really cool to read about those, and the book is just filled with these weird things that are going on, and it just really just kept me reading the whole time, and I just really wanted to know what's happening and figure out everything, and it was just so interesting, and I just cannot recommend this book enough. There were just a couple of things that I wasn't the biggest fan of. One, I was feeling a little bit slumpy right when I started this book. So it was kind of one of those things that I took a lot longer than I thought I was going to do in a thriller, because I think thrillers read really quickly. You get through them really quickly, and it took me like a week to read this book. So it was slower for me, and I don't know if that was because I was slumpy or if that's just how it is. Also, there's this one thing that I don't really like in books is that when characters can learn a lot of stuff from someone's eyes, I don't believe that people can learn tons of things by looking just at someone's eye. It's the silliest thing that I've ever seen. And it happens in books all the time, and it happens a lot in this book. Characters find out information that I'm like, how did you find that out from someone's eyes? Like, what? So yeah, there was that kind of thing that kind of pushed me out just a little bit. But overall, I really did enjoy this book. I don't even know what I gave it on Goodreads. Goodreads! Overall, I ended up giving this book 4 stars out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to be continuing my James Rollins reads, and I think the next one that I think I'm going to pick up is the one about ice. I can't remember the name, but I'm definitely going to go for that one next. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you have read Amazonia, what you thought, or if you are curious about reading Amazonia. I would love to know that as well, and I will talk to you guys next time.